Hey, vinyl community and all my music loving friends, it's MGK Boston. That's Mike back with another video. Today is just I'm going to do a contest entry. Guy in Canada, I think he's in Ontario. A guy named Rob. He's got a channel, Northern Revolutions. I've watched a couple of his videos now, and I thought I'd dive into this contest that he's got fired up right now. I think it's ending soon actually, so I'm glad I'm firing this up today, just kind of on a whim. So the contest is real simple. I guess it's just a couple of shout outs to channels that have less subscribers than your own, and then to talk about 3 albums and have a story to kind of go with each one, like a musical memory. And that's something that I often do in my videos anyway. So keeping it conversational, you know, whatever it might be, from an experience relative to any particular piece of music. So I'm big on shout outs. I don't think these guys with 1,500 subscribers need any more shout outs, and I think it's good what Rob's doing. I'm not one to beg for subscribers. I'm a firm believer in if you like the content, you'll watch it. If you don't, you won't. It's just like music itself. If you don't like the song, you're going to change it to something else, right? It's all subjective, folks. But I think it's great giving shout outs to some of the channels. I've only been at this for about a year, so I'm still fairly new to this vinyl community thing too, but I'm really enjoying it. And I've met virtually some pretty cool people, and I enjoy the comments and the back and forth, the likes and dislikes, and that's what it's all about, just having a dialogue with fellow music lovers. So on that note, the shout outs. Just discovered this guy, Matt, probably about a week ago. He's only got, I don't know, it's not even 20 subscribers. The guy should have more. I think he's out in the Southwest in California. Really interesting guy. His channel's called Prime Analog Records. Again, it's Matt at Prime Analog Records. I think he's a bit of a musician, but as he said in his first video, I think his first video might have been an entry in the George Allen contest that was running recently. He was a fashion photographer for about 25 years, so the guy's going to have a million stories, and he says he's going to interweave those stories into his videos. And I've watched 2 of his videos so far. Pretty well spoken, super chill guy. Again, it's Matt over at Prime Analog Records. Check it out. His first few videos are really good, and he looks like a likable guy that you'd want to have a beer with and shoot the breeze about music or whatever it might be, because he's got some stories to tell. But again, that's my first shout out. And my second one I'm going to do, a guy named Jack over at the Vinyl Martini. He's very new to the vinyl community. I think he just made his first video this past winter. And I've watched one of his videos so far. He's a little like myself. My collecting as I've gotten older has been more, I'm not big on record store day, blowing $40, $50 on records. I used to do that when I was younger. I used to buy a lot of imports because I was into alternative and a lot of stuff in the 80s when I was in high school. But I got a daughter going to university in the fall, so just try not to throw money around like that. You know, but you can, my point is, Jack over at the Vinyl Martini shares my philosophy. I think there's a lot of good stuff you can buy for a good price if you're willing to dig through the bins, and that's something I do at shows or at stores. And you can find some really good stuff. It doesn't need to cost a lot of money to have great music. So again, that's Jack over at the Vinyl Martini. Check out his channel. So I'm going to move now into the 3 records I'm going to talk about today. Per the instructions of the video, it's basically pick 3 records and tell a kind of story about them. So I don't really have a huge story. This is about this one. This is Grateful Dead, Europe '72. This is an original. Of course, it's unfortunate with the writing on here, but I got a collection from a work colleague of mine. Again, this is original. See, it's on the Warner Brothers green, and it's a triple record set, pulled from the European tour in 1972. I can say, as on a personal note, however, the latest incarnation of the Grateful Dead, which is Dead and Company, which, you know, Bob Weir, Mickey Hart, and Bill Kreutzmann with John Mayer, and the bass player, geez, name escapes me. Doesn't matter, but I've seen them 3 times, so I'm a big Deadhead, a neo-Deadhead, if you will, because of course the original is long over. Phil Lesh is retired. He's not in the Dead and Company formation. They're currently touring. Not going to go see them this summer. The ticket prices are just getting ridiculous. It's like $260, $275 to see them out at Gillette Stadium here in the greater Boston area. And it's a nightmare to get to the stadium and get home. So I'll be skipping out. If they play Fenway again in the city, I'll go to see them. I did see them at Fenway back in 2017, and that was a great night out. I like baseball and I love the stadium. There's the back cover. But again, that's Grateful Dead, Europe '72. Second one I'm going to show. This is a concert memory extraordinaire for me. I was in my second year of university in Ottawa, Carleton at the time, and I went with a few friends up the road to Montreal, which is about a 90-minute ride. And it was a bit of a snowstorm. I remember this. It was that winter in 1988 or 89, January 89 actually. When this came out. And this is Susie and the Banshees. And this is, of course, Peep Show. There was a local band from Quebec that opened the show called the 39 Steps. A friend of mine, Barry, watches my videos. I think he had their EP. They opened up the show. Really excellent. They were really at their peak, in my opinion. I'm a big Susie and the Banshees fan, and it's the only time I ever saw them. She was just incredible, beautiful, beautiful in appearance, beautiful voice, everything about it. Great band. They put on a great show that night. This album, of course, Peekaboo was a big single. The Killing Jar, it's excellent. Ornaments of Gold. I mean, this whole album is excellent. Of course, the ballad, The Last Beat of My Heart. Look that up. There's a couple of live versions of that on YouTube, of course. So it's Susie and the Banshees, Peep Show. Excellent concert memory. Probably in my top 10, and I've been to a lot of concerts. So yeah, they were great. I think they're still doing their thing on the European or UK festival circuit, like the Reading or Tea in the Park. I think they're still doing concerts, Susie and the Banshees. But again, that was a long time ago when I saw them. Speaking of a long time ago, I was probably in 11th grade that summer. This was a concert I went to see. This was the Maverick Tour, George Thorogood and the Destroyers. Really awesome album. I'm from a little town in Eastern Ontario, about an hour from Ottawa, and there was a festival. It's like a state fair kind of thing called I think they call it the Central Canada Exhibition in Ottawa. And there's a venue that's no longer there. It was an outdoor stadium, football stadium called Lansdowne Park. It's since been replaced. And they'd have a series of concerts, and big names would roll through during the week of the fair. So Thorogood, I saw that this was summer of 1985. And Johnny Winter opened up. It was really wild. So funny story at that concert. It rained a bit off and on, and some guy, he stormed the stage, drunk out of his mind, tried to run across to get toward Johnny Winter, and he slipped because the stage was wet because it was like I said, intermittent rain. And a couple of big beefy security guys pulled him off the stage, and the crowd went wild. It was pretty funny. And of course, George Thorogood took the stage later, and nobody stormed the stage, but George played the stage, took it over. Only ever saw him once, and he's still doing his thing. He's at least 70 years old now, and there's his band right there at the time. And there's George right there. Looks like a snakeskin jacket. Just incredible concert. I can still remember it, even though it's so many years ago. I'm telling you, if you get a chance to see George Thorogood, I'll spit that out. And it's really commercial blues, I'd call it, but he can get down and jam. He's wild on stage. He's like, Chuck Berry's his main influence, and you can see it. He wears it on his sleeve, but in a good way. Again, George Thorogood and the Destroyers, Maverick, concert memory of mine from 85. So again, this is my contest entry in the Get to Know You Better. Sorry, I should have said this off the top of this video. The title of for this is Get to Know You Better. Again, Northern Revolutions. Just digging into his channel. Again, he's another Canuck. I'm a Canuck living in the States now. If you've watched my videos in the past, you already know that about me. We moved, my wife and daughter and I moved here years ago with a work transfer, and here we remain. So anyway, it's George Thorogood and the Destroyers, Maverick, and this is my contest entry in Northern Revolutions, Get to Know You Better. And I hope you got to know me better by watching this video. Anyway, good luck to everybody in the contest, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.